Sadhguru is a famous person, ask him.
I guess he destroyed some of your points, I guess.
Arrange for a dialogue, I will debate him.
Look at his face, huh? Whether it's worked for him, what he's talking.
But if he doesn't debate you, I'm sure one day I will.
Did Sri Ravi Shankar give any reference in his speech? In my speech, how many references were there? So who's more authentic, a person who gives the reference or a person doesn't give reference?
You know words and things that other people do not know, but you are a total mess.
Ask if Sri Ravi Shankar will have a second debate with me.
Ayyo karma.
How about Sadhguru? I guess he destroyed some of your points, I guess. Sadhguru from the Yogi
Okay,
Foundation.
arrange for a dialogue, I will debate him. You arrange, I will debate him. Sadhguru is a famous person, ask him. If he wants, let him arrange. No problem, I will debate him. Okay? Because I know he's famous. Any famous personality, if he wants to debate, I don't want to debate him. He wants to debate me, open, any topic. Any topic on comparative religion. Hinduism and Islam, no problem. Okay? I'm welcome.
All the rubbish that we do will become tomorrow's culture and tradition of this land, isn't it so? If you want to know this life, which is myself, no tradition is… Tradition can inspire you, tradition can put you in a direction, tradition cannot take you there because this has to happen now, to you, only then it's a living reality for you. Otherwise you will read in a book and believe it. But how do you know this works? I'm saying it should work. People ask me, Sadhguru, how do we know whether we have met a real teacher or a guru or not? I just tell them, look at his face, huh? Whether it's worked for him, what he's talking. Has it worked for him? That's all the question. If it's not worked for him, what is the point?
If he points out anything in my speech which I've said, which is out of context or which is not as per the Hindu scripture, I'll apologize. I will give him from where I got. All my research are not from non-Hindu scholars, from Hindu scholars. I give the reference. So most of the speakers say, yes, Zakir is right, but… Then the but comes. Many Hindus say, when you hear your speech, in 2 hours I've learned what I have not learned in 40 years of my life. Because in my speech I give references. Did Sri Ravi Shankar give any reference in his speech? Even one reference he gave. Did he give a single reference, brother?
No.
In my speech, how many references were there? So who's more authentic, a person who gives a reference or a person doesn't give reference?
You have read 10,000 things and you remember all that. I have not read anything. The value that you have is only the memory you have. But now I have a little gadget which knows 1,000,000 times more than you know. So now what is the value for you and me? What kind of a human being I am is the only value, isn't it? What nonsense you carry in your head is of no value. So this is a great time for me. This is great time for humanity because now you being a human being will become more important than what nonsense you carry in your head.
We believe that he was one of the mightiest messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We believe that he was the Messiah translated Christ. We believe that he was born miraculously without any male intervention, which many modern day Christians today do not believe. We believe that he gave life to the dead with God's permission.
This is a godless culture. Whenever somebody says, I'm a religious person, they refer to themselves as believers. Everything I do not know, I believe. This has led to a whole lot of things. One thing it does is, it brings you confidence. I believe means it brings you confidence. But confidence without clarity is a disaster. This is a disaster that is unfolding in the world in many different levels. People who don't know a damn thing, who can't see what's in front of them, they are super confident. It's dangerous. Confidence without clarity.
Let's understand the word belief first of all. How many of you believe you have 2 hands? Please raise one hand. Do you believe you have 2 hands or do you know you have 2 hands?
No.
If I start an argument with you that you don't have 2 hands, and if my argument becomes too powerful, one slap in the face and you know you got hands. So with hands you know. There are so many things you believe. You only satisfaction you have is, you know words and things that other people do not know, but you are a total mess.
He could have kept a chit. There's no objection. In a debate you can have notes in front of you, right or wrong? I don't have notes, he can have notes. Ask if Shri Ravi Shankar will have a second debate with me. Will he have? Even if you give him $1 million, he will not have.
I guess he will. But if he doesn't debate you, I'm sure one day I will.
The day you can get 20,000 people for your audience, I will debate you.
In traditional terms in India, when we see people living out of their memory, we say, Ayyo karma. That means past memory is ruling them, they will never experience life. Everything I do not know, I just assume. What is the point of that? The moment you assume and you gather 1,000 people who assume the same things, and I assume something and I gather 10,000 people who assume the same thing, clash is inevitable.
His words today inspire terrorist attacks all over the world. The ISIS module in Bangladesh was inspired by him. Stop his broadcasts. Put him under severe interrogation. Question him and let all agencies loose on this man to find out every naya paisa and rupee that comes into his funding. Take away his Indian passport and deny him his freedom to be the terror evangelist of the entire world. Stop Zakir Naik.